Good morning. My name is Pete Rogalski. I'm the Public Works Director at the City of Richland. Really glad that we have such a good turnout for this exciting day for Richland. So I want to say that this kind of project takes a lot of hard work by a lot of people, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to name them all. But we've got some key contributors here that I want to call out and acknowledge publicly for their contribution here. Ryan West from the West Construction Company. Where's Ryan's sitting in a chair right there. Big hand to Ryan. They're our construction contractor. And I got to say, we do a lot of construction and a lot of projects in Richland, and Ryan benefited somewhat from not having to interrupt traffic to do his job, so he gets a little bit of a pass there, but they did a marvelous job, and we're on schedule, on budget. We closed down the interstate highway several times to facilitate his construction in cooperation with WashDOT, and all of that planning and all that stuff went off with clockwork, and I think the public had an easy go of this project in part because of how you organized and did the work. So thanks very much to Ryan and your company. David McMullen is standing in the back. He's with our consulting engineer, KPFF Engineers. This kind of we try in Richland. We've got a very adept staff in our Public Works Engineering office that does a lot of our own work. We don't do enough bridges to do them ourselves, and the expertise we found in KPFF was just fantastic. People watching this work behind us, for the last year, I think have come to appreciate how unique it is. I don't know of another bridge that's been done like this, where you took an old railroad bridge and converted it into a road bridge. And so KPFF had to break out some of their unique skills and then work very closely with WashDOT to create a design that would pass state muster, but also sort of broke new ground in design. So thanks very much to David. And to their credit, their design came off without significant changes in construction, and they marched right through the project and got it done on time and on budget. So thanks to David and your firm. On Richland's staff, Julie Nelson was our project manager and project engineer, and for more than a year, she handled pretty much all of these construction projects that occurred up and down Keene Road. This one was obviously a technical challenge to us and a coordination challenge as well, because it wasn't done in-house, and we had a lot of work to do between the State Highway Department, for which she worked at one point, and her experience there helped us navigate their processes, and just her organizational skills and her technical abilities turned out a good project. So thanks to Julie, good job. And our guy on site, Damon Giles, is standing over there in a reflective vest. He's our primary construction inspector on the project. So I imagine him and Ryan know one another very well, among other people, and Damon's role is instrumental in making sure that this thing turns out with the quality that David's firm designed into it. And so attaboy to Damon for a good job there. I want to quickly acknowledge Sabrina Melendrez and Gail Everett, who organized the event today. And if it comes off smoothly, we'll have them to thank. And if one of us bungles it up here, it's probably my fault. So thanks very much to Sabrina. And the last group I want to mention is Pacific Northwest Mustang Club. It's brought out these nice cars behind us, going to be part of our ceremony this morning. And they're gracious enough to come out and volunteer their time and equipment to show off our new bridge. So we have a few officers of the club, and really appreciate their making this day special. So next up here is Mayor John Fox. He's been our mayor since 2008 and has really helped guide and make a lot of critical decisions, both contributing to this project and to the successful long-range planning of the city. So without a lot of comments, I'm just going to turn the the mic over to Mayor Fox.
Thank you, Pete. And Pete has provided me with copious notes here in which will probably be a futile attempt to keep me from ad-libbing my way through this. But at any rate, we're very proud of completion of Keene Road project here. I call it the George Washington Way of South Richland and West Richland because it in the future will be the main arterial connecting the Columbia Center area through South Richland and West Richland clear out to Red Mountain. And it will promote growth and cohesion among the communities in our area, among the Tri-Cities. It will immediately be a great convenience to commuters from West Richland working elsewhere in the Tri-City area, and it's a great example of our cooperation on common interests among the cities. It's a safer and more attractive pathway. It reflects our new approach in the City of Richland to include streetscaping and pedestrian bicycle mobility along with our street projects. It's all a complete package that we will pursue in the future, and we will retrofit to some of our existing streets. So that's important to us in looking to the future of a sustainable and livable city. Pete has alluded to the unique design and construction effort in this bridge. I appreciate that. In a former life, decades ago, I was an engineer, so I understand to some extent the great challenge that they had in converting this railroad bridge to this kind of traffic. As I alluded to before, partnerships are everything, particularly when it comes to transportation. And Richland has had many partners we wish to thank on this project, not just the bridge, but all of Keene Road. City of West Richland, which led the effort on 2 phases of previous construction on this, and has also been a financial partner. The Transportation Improvement Board, which has given grants for 2 phases of this project in Richland and 1 in West Richland. The City of Kennewick and Benton County have also been collaborators, and of course the Washington State Department of Transportation, which supported the whole approach of retrofitting this railroad bridge, making use of something that was constructed years ago as part of the Interstate Highway project, and that saved several $1 million that otherwise would have been required to start from scratch, demolish the old bridge and build a new one. And of course, it goes back also to federal funds that are distributed by the State Department of Transportation to help in arterial projects in our cities. The Benton Franklin Council of Governments is our regional transportation planning agency, and everything we do in the cities goes through that vetting process before it goes to the State Department of Transportation, Transportation Improvement Board, and so on for allocation of federal or state funds. So we all work together on making sensible plans for transportation for the entire regional area here. This is a key element also in development of our commercial center here in the Queensgate CityView area. This is the most important retail area in the city of Richland and is a benefit to all the surrounding areas as Richland expands on the south of Badger Mountain here in that new development, and as West Richland expands. The next link in this is our proposed Dupertail Street Bridge, which would cross the Yakima River on the other side of the shopping area, and after extensive study was found to be the most cost-effective way to relieve traffic congestion on I-182 just west of here, in an area across where it crosses the Yakima River, where we unfortunately have had 3 fatalities from the mix of short-distance local traffic merging with the 70-mile-an-hour through traffic on the freeway. So we look forward to cooperation on that major project also in the future. So we must always look forward to the next challenge, and I will leave you with that note and turn it back to Pete for introduction of Mayor Donanowski.
Thank you, Mayor Fox. Next up is Mayor Donanowski. She's been the mayor in West Richland since 2010, and we count West Richland, both staff and council, as partners in this and other projects. So we're pleased to have Mayor Noski address us on this day. Thank you.
Thank you. It is such a pleasure to be here to congratulate the City of West Richland on this terrific project. We really count on the partnerships with our sister cities, and this is one we can especially be proud of because it has been such a joint effort in terms of making this corridor both important transportation mode as well as a very beautiful corridor between our 2 cities. What the City of Richland has done along this with your trails is beautiful. I love the little doggy watering park things there and benches. It's just very, very beautiful. I think we can all be proud of it, regardless of which city we live in. I see too that this is really going to help the Queensgate area grow and thrive, and we're excited for you for that, because the sooner you get this built out, the sooner it moves to West Richland, and our little bedroom community has a few of the sales tax revenues that we're very jealous that you enjoy here at Queensgate. But it is, I think, a shining example when you see so much about projects and working together. Cities and counties do work together, and so does the state. So your local governments and your state governments work very hard to stretch your tax dollars and leverage those resources to make our community a better place to live. Thank you so much for having us. What a wonderful day to do it here, and what a very nice ribbon cutting ceremony you've put together. Thank you very, very much.
Our last speaker today is Steve Gorchester. Steve's the director of the Washington State Transportation Improvement Board. That's the state agency that makes gas tax money that's collected at the state level available to local governments to do their highest priority projects. Steve and the board that he works with have been partners on numerous projects all over the Tri-Cities, and they're actually probably too numerous to list at this point, but Steve and his agency have been great partners throughout all this, and are really happy that he was able to come over from Olympia to join us today.
Thank you, Pete. This project was funded by a special initiative of the TIB called our Corridor Completion Initiative. The board was tired of patchwork projects here and there and not getting complete corridors finished. So back in the middle part of the last decade, we funded 8 corridor completion projects statewide, and this was one of those to get this final piece in place. And Pete had brought to me the idea of converting a railroad bridge to an auto bridge, and I said, that's a great idea if it works. So we wanted to see, the engineering completed on the project. And what we have is, actually, if you talk to recycling experts, they'll tell you the best recycling is reuse. So we could have pulled this beam down and chewed it up and reused the metal, but instead we reused the whole structure in place as an efficiency and as, frankly, a really great recycling project. In the process, finished the Keene Corridor, which, by the way, for TIB, includes our investments in gauge, includes our investments coming up next summer in the new section of the corridor that'll wrap around the north end of Columbia Center, and, as was mentioned, the segments in both Kennewick and West Richland. So for us, we're here talking about this bridge today, but this is a corridor from Columbia Center all the way to West Richland for us. And that is one of the things that our program is designed to do, is encourage the development of the urban arterial network. And we've certainly done that today in Richland. I actually, long ago in my career, was part of the establishment of the special district that created Ben Franklin Transit. And I remember when we were doing that project, and I drove all over the region, did not see the kind of traffic that we see here today. So we've had a lot of traffic growth and have needed to make some major investments in corridors as a result of that. And today I'm really pleased to see this one last bottleneck in Keene open up to the public. So I want to present this plaque to the mayor, and Mayor Noski, please come up here with us, and Representative Senator, Mayor Irish. So this says, by the way, we have 400 projects statewide, so as you can imagine, some of them have trouble getting themselves done. So we like to recognize the ones that do with these project completion plaques. This one says, presented to the City of Richland Mayor John Fox in recognition of our successful partnership in completing Keene Road Bridge, and I would add the whole corridor. September 2012, grant funding from the Washington State Transportation Improvement Board. And as I mentioned, it says local legislators on. I know it's a little self-serving, but we have to do it because we would not be making this investment without their support. We get the revenue from 3 cents of the state gas tax, and in Olympia, that's hot money. A lot of other places that could be used. So the support of 8th District legislators, Senator Delvin, Representative Clifford, and Representative Haler. Mayor, congratulations.
Thank